If anybody believes that these two should not be wed, speak now or forever hold your peace.
This is an old wooden box that's been heavily used. And I mean heavily used. I don't know exactly what it was used for, but I plan to upcycle this into a unique storage cabinet as I clean it up, repair it, and then mount it on a vintage pedal sewing machine base. Now, in my mind, that looks pretty cool. So stick around if you want to see what's going on up there. I'm Tom, and welcome to Alley Picked. This is the sewing machine base. The paint is chipped and it's pretty rusty. You might think I need to sandblast it, and that is an option. But when you're upcycling something like this and marrying it with a beat up old wooden box, you don't want it to look perfect. This is not a restoration. My technique for making this look good is first to remove all of the loose and chipping paint. For that, I'm going to use some sandpaper and a wire wheel on my drill. The most important step, however, is to treat the rust using a product like Ospo or this clean strip metal prep product I bought at Home Depot. I'm going to brush it on liberally, let it dry overnight, and it's going to work some magic. The box does need some repairs. The hinges need cleaning and rust treatment. The joints are separating, and there's a big chunk of wood missing from the corner of the lid. This box was not made by a skilled craftsman. It was probably quickly slapped together from some scrap wooden nails to serve a purpose. When I tried to glue and clamp the joints, I noticed that the end pieces were cut at an angle, probably by someone with a handsaw. There's a good 1/16 of an inch gap, so I cut a strip of wood to use as a filler. The lid is missing a chunk here on the corner. I'm going to sand it flat and glue a similar looking piece of wood to it. Hopefully it won't be that noticeable. I'm going to start by putting on a quick seal coat. This is shellac. This is going to give me a good idea what it's going to look like when I put a finish on it. If I put a finish on it, it's not glossy. It puts a simple, nice protective coat on your product. So later I can come back and do nothing. I can wax it. I can put polyurethane. And there's an airplane making a lot of noise up there. Man, this wood is dry. It's sucking up the shellac. I'm going to probably end up using this whole can just on this box. This is really dry. Now the reason I use a junkie brush with shellac is because they are pretty difficult to clean. You need denatured alcohol and you end up using quite a bit of it. Probably it costs more to clean your brush than it is to buy one of these cheap brushes and throw it away. When applying shellac, you've really got to move fast. It dries almost as quick as you're laying it down. I'm going to make some marks on the lid corner that I repaired just to make it look a little bit old. And then I'm going to brush on some stain. It's not a perfect match, but it's what we in the business refer to as character. After using the rust treatment, this thing looks really good. I was going to spray paint it black, but I like it just the way it is. It's got that broken in look, not new, not old. So all I'm gonna do is use some of my slip and shine. This is Alley Picked wax. It's made of carnauba wax, beeswax, and some mineral oil. It's great stuff. I use it for everything. And it tastes pretty good. I'm just kidding about the last part. But I'm gonna wipe it down with the wax. And then I think in this case, less is more. Slip and shine also works great on dry wood like this. Once the shellac on the box lid has dried, I decided to go with a wax finish, once again using my slip and shine. I like to apply it by hand if possible, let it set for a while, then I'll come back later and wipe it down with a paper towel or a clean rag. Well, I think this thing turned out great. I took two pieces of junk and upcycled them into something that I think is pretty cool and useful. I didn't just take a wooden box and mount it to a base. I did a lot more than that. Let me give you a quick tour. I added a small, simple knob for easy lifting, installed a chain to keep the lid from slamming back all the way and breaking. I made several wood repairs. I gave the box a shellac finish, applied a wax finish to both the box and the base. I cleaned and treated all the rust. Sewing machine bases like this are pretty easy to find, and wood boxes are too. I think this is a sweet little project, quick and easy. I'm Tom. This is Alley Picked, and thanks for watching.